Folks, we're going to have an adult conversation, and I might get a little edgy in this concept because it's something that really pushes my button. And that is the talk track that bigger is better. You've heard a lot of people talking about anything less than 50 units is a waste of time. Owning thousands of units in syndication is the way to go. Well, you know what? Owning a couple of homes is not a bad thing. We are on with the one and only Casey from Brick by Brick Wealth. How you doing, Casey?
I'm doing great, Michael. Thank you so much for having me here today.
So, Casey, if I came to tell you that bigger is better, how would that sit with you?
I'd be like, do you even know what you're talking about? And so, that's what I'll say. People will ask me all the time, what strategy is best for me? I'm a multifamily. I own a million houses. I need a million this, a million properties that, thousand this, 100 that. It's like, okay, first of all, do you know the work that's involved? Are you prepared for that? Are you looking for something more passive? Are you looking for an active role? Are you looking to make this like your business for life and that you are always doing it? Because to me, when you have 1,000 units and you've got apartment complexes that are probably too small for their own, like you have to manage it, you have to run the crew, because it doesn't make financial sense to hire it out 100%. Like I think something I heard, like 40 units or more makes it sense, 40 units or less, you're kind of like have to be in charge of yourself and have your own employees. Like ew, like now I say ew because that's not what I want to do.
Right.
Some people want to do that. Great, do it. Not me. I want to use our W-2 active income to buy rentals so I don't have to manage a huge apartment complex. Like, I don't want to do that. It's just a lot of time and effort and work and constant rehab. It's like, okay, well, I bought this apartment complex and I bought it, it's a piece. And so I've got to fix every unit up and increase the value. And now I got 10 years and then I got to sell it because that's how long I have my loan for. And then I got to do it again and again and again. And, maybe that's what being a real estate investor really is. And I'm not, but I don't want to do all that. That sounds like a lot of work to me.
I think a lot of people, and I don't know what the percentage is, but certainly more than 50% would be better off just focused on getting one home, four homes, seven houses. Less, I mean, I've been doing this a long time and I have some of these apartments, nothing like 100 unit properties, but they just turn over more. They're more headaches, more management. You're like a life coach a lot of times. I've had some single family homes that not been a problem for a decade. It's
Mhm.
just different. And if you do have an active job and you're traveling all the world like I was, believe me, owning a few single homes, a lot less headaches. Not that you can't have headaches, but there are a lot less headaches. And if you do it right over 10 years and you get a portfolio, it really can, they can be life-changing single family homes.
Yeah, I have a good example that just came to mind. And I think, well, it didn't really just come to mind. I always use this example, but it's a good example and I want to share it. How about that?
There you
All
go.
right. So when our first rental property that we bought in 2016 over at, like, I wanted to buy something in like a for sure neighborhood because Memphis, you heard Memphis, okay? One of the top murder capitals in the nation. Like, watch out where you go, right? You might die. So I wanted to make sure that I bought, it's true. It's true. Look at it. I wanted to make sure I bought somewhere really safe and with good tenants and I wasn't buying in a Murderville. So we bought in a B class neighborhood. We bought it for $92,500. Okay, 2016. Today it rents for 1525 or something like that. And I rents it out in the winter. And if I would have waited to the summer, I would have gotten more. It always rents for less in the winter. So that house now nets us, now this is just gross cash flow after fixed expenses, $900 a month. One house. So, and the tenants, they have Pottery Barn furniture. They pay on time on the first or before every month. They keep my house really nice. If there's ever a problem, they let me know right away after they've already tried to fix it themselves. And maybe it didn't work, or maybe it's above their head, or it's the air conditioner thing, or whatever. But my point is that I don't have to do a lot of work for those $900 a month. And I'm in a neighborhood where the value, I bought it for 92.5 and it's probably worth at least 250 now. And I didn't do much upgrades. I put on a granite countertop. Everything else is still the same.
Mm.
I repainted the cabinets, but no major, well, I did do an air conditioner. For some reason, the air conditioner is like, I always have to put in a new one of those. That's my thing. It's fine, whatever. I'm never have to do another one. It's
Yeah.
going to be for the life of the property. So one property with I talk to them. I don't talk to them. Okay. I don't
Right.
talk to them. So I make all that money for the 1 year from them, 900 a month. And there's really nothing ever happens to the property. And I never talk to them. So
Yeah.
I mean, how can you beat that? 900 bucks a month. I don't do anything for it really. I just keep a good tenant,
Yeah.
and if there's something wrong, I fix it. But really nothing goes wrong because I do really good quality repairs in my property. I make sure everything's done nice and right and not cheap. So nothing's breaking.
Yeah, and
It's all great.
you did really great tenant selection, right? You just didn't take the
Oh
first
yeah.
warm body.
I've got some tenant horror stories for another time.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, I think a lot of people, again, trying to, this is what it is for me, right? People want a better financial future and then they could think about financial freedom. Single family homes, even if you just got to four, Casey, I mean, just think about four of those homes 10 years from now, 20 years from now. You're going
I
to have
know.
options, right? You're a mother of three. One of those homes is your children's college fund.
Hmm.
Maybe two of them college fund. It's just it's a way to de-stress the financial future for me. Houses don't get enough credit, I don't think.
No, they don't. Everyone's about multifamily, and it's like, yeah, but in my opinion, you got to do a lot of work for multifamily, and it's ongoing and it's forever. You can't just like usually keep a multifamily and then that's it. Like you got more turnover, you've got more repairs, you got more kitchens, more this, more that, common areas. You got to deal with, it's usually a lower rent than you could get with, with a single family. So you're dealing with not as amazing tenants. You can get some really nice complexes, of course, like the Grant Cardone, come invest with my $21 million complex in Austin, like, or whatever, for example. It's like, yeah, but you're not buying that yourself. So you're just getting a little share. Those are great. Passive investing like that is great too. I'm all for
Let's just say
syndications
this
like that.
here: the bigger the name, the lower the return.
Yeah. Yeah. So I like single family homes because they're easy. I know how to do them. They appreciate faster than anything. They're not going anywhere. They're always going to be first choice. If you had a choice between single family and apartment, what would you choose? Single family. Like I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
most people would pick a house hands down before an apartment.
Yep.
There will
Lower
always be
turnover.
demand. There will
Yeah.
always be demand for a single family house, and especially in good areas. Like if you can buy in an appreciating area and a nice area where there's population growth, the city cares, and they're trying to work really hard to, make the area nice or whatever, and there's not vacant shopping centers and it's not going downhill. You got to make sure you're buying in a nice neighborhood that's got going up in value. Like some of these houses now, like the one that we bought recently, last a couple weeks ago or whatever, like the only way we can be in that neighborhood is to buy a house that needs a lot of work and we don't cash out refinance. Like we
Right.
put the money into it and we keep the mortgage payment that we had and we get a great rent and we'll make our 500 bucks a month or whatever it is. But we can't cash out refi. We got to put the 20K into fixing it up or whatever and put our down payment in. But to me, that's worth it. I'm in a 9 rated school, which is not the highest rated elementary school in the city of Memphis. I will always get quality tenants there.
Yeah.
And that's what I want. I'm in this for the long game. I'm not here to just, cash. I gotta have my cash flow. I mean, cash flow, yes, cash flow, yes, cash flow. But it's not like I'm looking for the best cash flow because I can find way better cash flow. I don't want that kind of cash flow
Yeah.
because that cash flow looks good on like
Paper.
paper, looks good in theory, but I guess on paper, in reality, it's bad. You're
Yeah.
not getting the quality of the tenant. You're getting constant frequent turnovers, and we could do a whole other like 5 shows on that.
Yeah.
But it's all about quality for me, and I'm quality over quantity all the way, and that's why I like single family. And multi-family is good, 2 to 4 plex. I'm cool with that. I like it. That's great too. There's just none of that here, so
Yeah.
that's not everywhere.
Yeah, folks. And again, Casey is going to be a part of our legendary real estate investor event this upcoming Sunday, the 16th. If you've signed up already, it's $47. You can come and ask her questions. I think she's going to go on from 10 to 11 o'clock Pacific, I think is what we set up. So,
Yeah.
Casey, thank you so much. Where can people follow you?
People can follow me on Instagram. That's Brick by Brick Wealth. I got a YouTube channel. I got to get that going again. Brick by Brick Wealth. And my website, brickbybrickwealth.com.
There you go. Everything's the same. Thank you so much, Casey.